Have you ever stopped to think about what your dog really wants from you? It's not just food, toys, or treats. It's something much deeper. These are small gestures of love that your dog hopes you'll understand. Dogs don't show love the way we humans do. They love through small rituals, memories, and signals that often go unnoticed. Gestures that, when you learn to do them, create a bond that lasts forever. Today I'm going to teach you the 7 acts of love that your dog secretly wants to receive from you. These are small things that touch their heart in a special way. And if you want to strengthen the connection with your best friend even more, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any tips about the canine world. Now let's go to the 7 acts that will transform your relationship. Act 1. The right kind of touch. Every dog has special spots on their body where they most like to receive affection. Most people know some of them, behind the ear, on the chest, on the belly. But there's a secret place that your dog loves and that few owners discover. Right at the base of the ear where it meets the head. This is exactly where the mother dog shows affection to her puppies when they're born. This little spot releases a special scent that makes the dog feel safe and loved, just like when they were a baby. When you give circular and very slow affection in this area, it's like you're saying in their language, "You're protected with me." Over time, this simple affection even changes your dog's brain. They become less stressed, trust you more, and whenever they smell your scent, they feel at home. Studies show that dogs who receive this type of affection become calmer and happier. It's a real change that happens inside their head. Your hands become the safest place in the world for them. Act 2. The special good morning. If your dog wakes you up in the morning by licking your face, putting their paw on you, or wagging their tail beside you, don't get angry. They're doing something very special. In nature, wolves, who are the grandparents of our dogs, always start the day checking if the whole family is okay. It's their way of saying, "Phew, everyone made it through the night okay." When your dog comes to see you in the morning, they're not just asking for food. They're saying, "Yay, you're here, we're both okay, we're still together." It's like a little party every day. Researchers discovered something incredible. Dogs who receive a loving good morning, even if it's just a look, a quiet hi, or a pat on the head, become less anxious and more affectionate all day long. This little morning moment when you're still sleepy becomes the foundation of all the trust your dog has in you. So when they come to greet you when you wake up, look into their little eyes and smile. For them, that's pure love. Act 3. Talking to them. Many people don't know this, but your voice is super important to your dog. They may not understand the words, but they perfectly understand the way you speak, whether you're happy, sad, or loving. Scientists discovered something surprising. When you talk to your dog in a calm and loving tone, their brain literally grows in the part that understands feelings. In other words, the more you speak with love, the better they can understand you. That's why you should tell them about your day. Talk about what you're doing. Use their name lovingly. Say things like, "You're safe. I love you so much. I missed you." For you, they're just words. For them, it's music in their heart. Dogs who live in very quiet homes stop talking, barking, whining, because they think nobody cares about them. But when you talk, when you include them in your daily life, you show them they're important. The coolest thing is that dogs who hear their owner's voice every day get better at understanding our feelings and obey not out of fear, but out of love. Act 4. Knowing when to stop. This is where many people make mistakes. Every dog has a limit for affection. There's a time when they get a bit restless, breathe faster, or try to move away. But many people keep petting without realizing they already want to stop. When you notice these small signs and stop right away, something incredible happens. Your dog's brain releases a substance that makes them calm and confident. They learn that you listen to them, that you respect when they don't want more affection. Every time you stop when they ask, you're teaching them that you're a trustworthy person. Their body relaxes even before you start petting, because they know you won't go too far. Imagine how important it is for them to know they can trust you like that. It's the difference between a dog that runs away from your hand and one that comes asking for affection, knowing they'll be respected. Act 5. Saying goodbye properly. Leaving home might seem normal to you, but for your dog, it's always a worry. Studies show they get anxious a few minutes before you leave, even before you grab your keys. They know your habits. You grab your shoes, your bag, your keys. And when you disappear without warning properly, they stay in a state of alert all the time. Stress takes over and they can't relax until you return. But you can change this completely by creating a goodbye ritual. It could be a phrase like, "I'll be right back, okay?" It could be giving a special treat always in the same place, or leaving a toy that only appears when you leave. Your dog doesn't understand the exact words, but they understand the pattern. Pattern becomes security. Over time, this ritual teaches. When this happens, she always comes back. Then your departure becomes tranquility, not desperation. Veterinarians report that dogs with goodbye rituals destroy far fewer things at home and are much calmer when they're alone. Act 6. Being nearby. When they need it. When your dog is a little sick, tired, or kind of sad, they don't want you to keep touching them all the time. They just want you to be nearby. It's their instinct. In nature, when a dog isn't well, they stay close to the family, but in a corner to rest in peace. Just having you sit nearby, reading, looking at your phone, doing anything, is already the greatest affection in the world for them. Veterinary studies prove that dogs who receive this silent companionship heal 30% faster. It reduces stress and increases immunity. Your presence says, "You can rest, you're not alone. I'm here taking care." It's love in the simplest and most powerful way that exists. So when your dog is feeling down, sit next to them. You don't need to say anything. Just be there. They'll feel all your love. Act 7. The final gift of love. This is the hardest one to talk about, but one day your dog will get old. Their legs will get weaker, their fur will lighten, their little eyes might get a bit cloudy. They'll know when it's time to leave, but they'll hold on for you until you say it's okay. Veterinarians confirm. Dogs who hear loving words in their final days have calmer hearts, breathe better, and are at peace. They rest because the person they love most said it's okay. Whisper in their little ear. Tell them they were the best dog in the world, that they were very loved, that they can rest now. This final act of love will echo forever in your heart, because your dog's story with you doesn't end when it continues in their scent that's still on the couch, in their little hairs on your clothes, and in every beat of your heart that once beat alongside theirs. The power of smell in your dog's life. One very important thing that many people forget. Your dog's nose is their most powerful sense. They see the world through smell much more than through their eyes. When you come home, they sniff you all over to know where you've been, if you're okay, if you ate something different. It's like they're reading a newspaper about your day. That's why you should let them smell your hands when you arrive. For them, that's like a hug. Studies show that dogs can even sense changes in our mood through smell. When you're sad, your body produces different scents, and they notice. That's why they sometimes come lie next to you when you haven't even said you're feeling bad. The social nature of your best friend. Unlike cats, who are more independent, dogs are pack animals. They need to feel like they're part of the pack, which in this case is your family. That's why it's so important to include your dog in household activities. It doesn't need to be anything complicated. Letting them stay in the kitchen while you cook, calling them to sit nearby when you're watching TV, or simply talking to them while you tidy up the house. Every time you include them in daily activities, you're saying, "You're part of this family, you belong here," and that's all they want most in life. The silent language of love. Every dog tells a love story through their actions. In the licks, in the looks, in the tail wags, in the content sighs when you sit next to them. They remember every caress, every loving word, every special moment. So next time you pet their ear, talk to them, or simply share a moment of silence, remember, you're speaking the oldest language in the world, the language of love and trust. Dogs teach us that love doesn't need to be complicated. Sometimes it's just an outstretched hand, a look that says, "I trust you," or a happy sigh when we sit together on the couch. These 7 acts aren't just beautiful gestures. They're the foundation of a friendship that goes beyond words. They're proof that even being different species, hearts can connect in a deep and true way. Because in the end, what your dog wants most is simple. They want to know they're part of your world, that they're loved, and that whatever happens, you'll face life together. And that's priceless. Now that you've learned the 7 acts of love that strengthen the bond with your dog, it's also important to know what to avoid. Because sometimes without realizing it, we might be hurting our best friend with attitudes that seem harmless. In the video that's appearing on your screen now, I reveal the 20 most common mistakes that pet parents make, and that might be secretly hurting your dog's feelings. These are things you probably do every day without knowing you're causing emotional discomfort. Click on the video to discover if you're making any of these mistakes and how to correct them. Your dog will thank you.